Good morning and welcome back to Family Farms. So today I've got a little bit of sad news. Our squash and zucchini have powdery mildew. So I've got to rip those out and I'm actually gonna start new ones because why not? But they've produced so great for us this year, and like it kills me because there are still lots of small little ones on there, but I don't want it to spread to my other stuff, and I just you can't eat that once it's got it, so I need to get it out. It's starting to get a little hard to find the easy way through the garden because my little path here is getting crowded by my beautiful zinnias, and then my spaghetti squash over there is just taken over. I might, like, because it's already happening, I may grab a pack of pumpkin seeds and pull out these 2 little baby onions and plant it here and just let all this become a little pumpkin patch, because why not? Now I'm not seeing really any evidence of it, but I pulled these leaves off because they had powdery mildew on them. So like I'm not seeing any, but again, it just stormed last night, so it probably got all washed off. So I'm just gonna rip all this out and start fresh. And then we're gonna pick tomatoes. Wow. See, there you go. It's on the undersides. Now, it's extremely sad for me to rip those out because they were still producing great and everything, but the plants weren't doing great. The bed has got a little full, so it was time. They've done great, but just to see what happens, I'm gonna plop a couple more seeds in there. I may just do one of each and leave the spots closest to the cucumber open. That way there's just plenty of room to breathe for everything as things continue to grow. And like, this cucumber is still doing great. There are at least 2 cucumbers on here growing, and then I see several more little babies. So we will just keep getting cucumbers off of this, Lord willing that it also does not get powdery mildew signs. I see some other little spots on here from pest damage, but no powdery mildew, so we are good, and that makes me happy. Now I'm probably also gonna end up taking out this tomato plant. It's showing signs of blight, and I could be wrong. It just, that branch could have got damaged in all of the stuff, but I'm gonna have to inspect that more. I can't do it today. The zucchini and squash losses were enough for me today, so I'm gonna let that be just a touch longer. And so far, the plants beside it, they're not, I mean, this has a little bit of leaf curl here, but we've had some really intense hot days, hot, humid days, so it could be that. We're gonna watch it. Again, like, you see here, that's a little sad, but all of this literally has been blown over several times, so I'm not super concerned. I'm not. And I do have my first, well, I say my first, but I do have a large tomato here that is ripening all on its own. No blossom end rot, nothing. So super excited for that. Now, a couple of these, because they're just so productive, I'm finding that we're getting more of it splitting because I just can't get out here often enough to pick it. So I will pick some of these kind of early, so that way I don't have to deal with this. And like, there's more on the ground where they just fall. I may toss these split ones into the chickens. Ooh, I see another tomato way back in there that is turning red. Yay! Sorry, y'all. I gotta use you to prop up some little branches so I can see what's ready. Pause. Radishes are coming along finally. Like, look at these. They've just fallen down in here and are splitting open. And some of these are splitting before they're even like fully ripened. So it's so hard to know when I should pick them because we are having these great amounts of rain, but also like the days are super hot and everything's getting dried out, and we have had to do a little bit. Oops, I broke that little branch. Oh, like, there are more tomatoes in here. Oh, this one I'm probably just gonna. Thanks, garden. Sorry, it's getting bright, y'all. Let me change how I'm standing just a touch. Like, I don't know how well you can tell, but right there, that's gorgeous. Makes me want to run inside and grab my camera. Like, wow, the sun coming through that. Love it. One last thing, since this video is kind of like discoveries, fail, like sadness, whatever you want to call it. I think I'm allergic to the actual leaves of the tomato plant. Every time I go in to harvest tomatoes, like the hand that I'm using gets very itchy, tingly, and then I get a rash. I mean, I know like normally rashes are like, ew, that's gross, you know, something's wrong, blah, blah, blah. I'm allergic to the tomato plant. Like, I'm not allergic to tomatoes. I don't have any problem eating them. It's fine. It's like whatever the leaves put off on the plant, it reacts with my skin. My mother has an issue too, and like she discovered it while she was working, and like it's a very little bitty bump, little bitty red, very itchy bumps, and then it like dries out really bad and all that. So I found a salve when I was at the Lavender Festival a while back, and it was like on the farm, all-purpose salve, so like for everything. And like when this happens, I go inside, I wash my hands with cool water and soap, and then I put that salve on, and like it heals it up pretty quickly compared to what I've experienced in the past, which it wasn't a lot of experience. Like, this is the most tomatoes we've ever grown, and it's a lot, there's so much bigger. It's so like I have a lot more opportunities to rub against the leaves and have that bother me. So I'm finding what works, and like if you guys have ever experienced this, let me know. I do not want to wear gloves messing in the garden. I love to feel the plants. I love to feel the produce and the dirt. I enjoy it. And if you would have asked me that 5-10 years ago, I would have said, no way, Jose. You can't make me play in dirt. But now you can't hardly keep me out of my garden and getting dirt under my nails, and I love every moment of it. But if you guys have experienced this, or if you know of any tips and tricks other than wearing gloves and long sleeves, like my long sleeves this morning have helped my arm, but like my hand is already very itchy and bothered, and like I've only been messing in the tomatoes for just like maybe 5 minutes. So yeah, if you have any tips and tricks, let me know. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe, come back for more content, and we'll see you in the next one.